Welcome to my writing vlog, Good Time Writing, where I share what's going on in the writing world for me, and you get to vote on your favorite line of the week from my works in progress. I've got 3 to share today. If you'd like, you can zoom right to the end. Also, feel free to ask me questions. I am a 5-time indie published romance author, and this is a gatekeeping-free zone, if you will. So I'm writing 2 works right now. One is a series, so it's the second book in the Enchanting Elixir series. It's a paranormal romance. The second book is from a different character's perspective. It's called Occult Accounts. This is my secondary piece right now, so I'm writing on it kind of slow. My first is a standalone story, I think, called Dirty Hands. And so we will cue the visuals and go through the week. Here we go. So on Monday, I did 679 words in Dirty's Hands. This was the first chapter that was from Fiona's point of view. Going into this book, Fiona was the sister of the main character, but actually I think I'm gonna have 4 main characters. We're pushing the envelope. But it was very fun to find her perspective and write from it. I Googled sourdough scoring cranberry crumb muffins, which we are gonna have to eat very soon. Stay tuned for cranberry crumb recipes. Yikes. I did 384 words in Occult Accounts this day, and I Googled first class menus. I've never been in first class for a flight, so I did a lot of research about what that experience is like. Tuesday, 898 words in Dirty Hands. Worlds are fully colliding at this point. The characters that have been coming from disparate parts of their universes are just meshing, and it's very interesting and fun to write. I also did 539 words in Occult Accounts and Googled February weather in Auckland and maps of Auckland in general. I needed to know where the airport was in relationship to the city. Wednesday, I did 174 words only in Dirty Hands, and I finished that chapter I was working on for Fiona. But I did spend more time planning the next 3 chapters because things are really changing and developing in ways I didn't expect in that story. I did 971 words, kind of a flippy, for Occult Accounts, and I Googled penthouse suites, especially photos, because I'm very visual and inspired by photos a lot of times, maps of Dublin, and panic attacks. Special note here, unsolicited author advice. If you are writing about something that you have not experienced in life, you gotta do a lot of research on that. It came to me like I just started thinking about that as I was writing about panic attacks because I didn't want to misrepresent the experience for 2 reasons. First, that would be disrespectful, I feel, to people who have the experience of that in their lives. But also, as a writer, I want my readers to feel it. I want them to really feel what it's like. And so I feel like accuracy is this huge deal. Anyway, I might make another video separately just about that. On Thursday, I did 1,335 words catching up in Dirty Hands because I had my plan down right. Things were going really well. And I Googled what to plant in April in North Carolina, especially in the Piedmont region, and whiskey brands. I myself am not a whiskey drinker, so I need to, needed to know. My character is. And finally today, I only worked in Occult Accounts. I could not because I left it off on the biggest stinking cliffhanger and it was all I could think about. So I didn't have a lot of time today. I only did 242 words and it had to be in Occult Accounts because of the cliffhanger. Anyway, this leads us to here for the week. So 3,086 words in Dirty Hands, and we're on chapter 16 now, and 2,136 words for Occult Accounts, and we're in chapter 8. Now, it's time to vote your WIP. All right, so my 3 favorite lines of this week. 1, right. It's freezing in Mystic, which means it's lovely in Auckland, and I have packed for the wrong season. Poor Hestia. 2, I even learned to savor the peaceful mornings. Silence was hard to come by as a single mom. And 3, Delia and I always joked that planes were just sky buses, but this wasn't like being on a bus or an airplane. Let me know which is your favorite in the comments. Duke it out. And subscribe. See you next week.